Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Holy Bible in a year as part of discipling. We are currently reading the book of First Samuel, chapter 22, and there's a very gruesome slaughter of priests that is about to just happen in this chapter. The reason being Doeg, the Edomite. If you can remember, Doeg was the henchman of King Saul. So here it goes. 1 Samuel chapter 22. David left Gath and escaped to the cave of Adullam. When his brothers and the rest of his family heard about it, they came down to him there. He was joined by all those who were in difficulties or in debt or who were embittered, and he became their leader. So broken men, scripture, some translation call them bitter men. So here it says embittered, bitter men. So men who had difficulties in life, guys who've lost hope, people who are in debt and just they don't know where to begin in life, and they were so bitter with life. These are the men who came to be on David's side, and David became their leader, which reveals actually a nature of God, that he always uses the most foolish and how do I call it? Easily ignored things of life to confound the wise. So it's the same thing. Saul has a perfect military structure, but David's men are broken. They are in debt. They're going through life's difficulties. They're bitter people. And those are the ones who come to his aid. From there, David went to Mizpeh of Moab and said to the king of Moab, "Let my father and my mother stay with you until I learn what God will do for me." He left them with the king, the same men that he's fought before. He left his parents with the king of Moab, and they stayed with him as long as David remained in the refuge. As long as David remained in the refuge. So as long as David was still in hiding. But the prophet Gad said to David, "Do not remain in the refuge. Leave and go to the land of Judah." And so David left and went to the forest of Heron. Doeg, King Saul's henchman, is about to betray Ahimelech. Remember the priest who gave David the holy bread? Now Saul heard that David and his men had been located. At the time, he was sitting in Gibeah under a tamarisk tree on the high place, holding his spear while all his servants were standing by. So he said to them, "Listen, men of Benjamin, will the son of Jesse give all of you fields and vineyards? Will he make each of you an officer of 1,000 or 100 men?" So he's already bribing them. And remember, we said bribing is a form of spiritual blindness. You actually cannot see God's instructions. You cannot see what God is doing. You cannot perceive it. So look at what Saul is doing already. "Will he make each of you an officer of 1,000 or 100 men, that you all have conspired against me, and no one tells me that my son has made an agreement with the son of Jesse? None of you shows sympathy for me or discloses to me that my son has stirred up my servant to be an enemy against me, as in the case today." Then Doeg the Edomite, who was standing with the officers of Saul, spoke up. "I saw the son of Jesse come to Ahimelech, the son of Ahitub, in Nob. He consulted the Lord for him and gave him supplies, and the sword of Goliath the Philistine as well." Oh, Doeg, he's such a telltale. At this, the king sent us summons to Ahimelech the priest. So he sent a whole troop, son of Ahitub, and to all his family who were priests in Nob, and they all came to the king. Then Saul said to him, "Listen, son of Ahitub." He replied, "Yes, my lord." Now this is Ahimelech speaking. Saul asked him, "Why did you conspire against me with the son of Jesse by giving him food and a sword, and by consulting God for him, that he might rebel against me and become my enemy, as it is the case today?" Ahimelech answered the king, And who among all your servants is as loyal as David, the king's son in law, captain of their bodyguard, and honored in your own house? Is this the first time I have consulted God for him? No, indeed, let not the king accuse his servant. Don't accuse me, O king, or anyone in my family of such a thing. Your servant knows nothing at all, great or small, about this whole matter. Oh, like, hold up, hold up, hold up. I did not know David is your enemy. I mean, you normally welcome him to your house. I have consulted for him God before and numerous of times, and you know of this. I have kept nothing from you. How am I getting this blame? Like, so Ahimelech really doesn't know the drama between King Saul and David that's going on. But the king said to him, You shall die, Ahimelech, with all your family. The king then commanded his henchmen standing by, Make the rounds and kill the priests of the Lord, for they assisted David. Mm, mm, mm. They knew he was a fugitive and yet failed to inform me. But the king's servants refused to lift a hand to strike the priests of the Lord because now this is King Saul. Okay, fine, we get Ahimelech may have, worked with your enemy, but killing all the priests of the Lord? You're pushing it. Even his guys are like, we can't do that. The king therefore commanded Doeg, Doeg the Edomite. Remember, Edomite means from the tribe of Edom, which are the descendants of Esau. The king therefore commanded Doeg the henchman, You make the rounds and kill the priests. So Doeg the Edomite went from one to the next and killed the priests himself, slaying on that day, oh my goodness, 85 who wore the linen ephod. Saul also put the priestly city of Nob to the sword, including men and women, children and infants, and oxen, asses, and sheep, like literally cleared out a whole city. One son of Ahimelech, son of Ahitub, named Abiathar, escaped and fled to David. When Abiathar told David that Saul had slain the priests of the Lord, David said to him, I knew that day, when Doeg the Edomite was there, that he would surely tell Saul, I am responsible for the death of all your family. Stay with me, fear nothing. He that seeks your life must seek my life also. You are under my protection. Doeg the Edomite. When you have no clarity of who is actually on the Lord's side, those around you get hurt. Those around you get hurt. And woe unto you if the people of God get hurt on your accord. Chapter 23, let's look at David's flight in Keilah.